mute now. Well, hello and welcome to week 85. We're here for the update. I'm here with Corney. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. TFIF, that's all I can say. Feeling kind of tired, but I'm glad the work week is over and looking forward to the weekend, which will probably be just as busy. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, that's something you totally control yourself, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm feeling kind of pumped though. I mean, it's Wednesday was tough. Returning to work, still feeling like shit. Thursday was a bit better, but today was pretty good.
Yeah, good.
I feel better. I feel really tired, but I feel better, which is
Oh, good to hear you're feeling better.
yeah. Alrighty, we are in week 85. We have a new fishing mission. Oasis. Please tell me I didn't slur that.
No, you didn't.
Thank you. Jump into Oasis Angler, a new fishing mission to complete. We also have updates on Hypatia and an upcoming patch. Looking forward to it. So, why don't you kick us off, if you please?
So, this week, week 85 brings a new mission for the fishers and anglers amongst you. You've been tasked to go catch some endemic species to the Oasis, so get your rods and go cast your line. We've also got an update on Hypatia and our ongoing work into the new mission system and performance elements. And finally, we've got a sneak peek at a future patch for crop plots. And we would love your thoughts on our proposed changes. So let's hop in and let's have a read, shall we?
Ooh, we got a new mission.
I already know what the subsequent gameplay is gonna be.
Yeah, and we have a crop plot mission, which is great for my OG character because
Actually, it's a fishing mission, not a crop plot mission.
yeah, no, I mean sorry, the future patch for the crop plots.
Hey Jake, welcome.
Hey Jake, welcome. Good to see you. Did you enjoy the new year? Was it good? Missed you last week. I hope you had an absolute ball. Okay.
Right,
So we
new
have
mission.
a new mission, if you please.
This week's mission is for the fishers and the anglers amongst you. You're tasked with building a fishing hut and catching some species endemic to the oasis of the desert biomes of Styx. Your briefing is as follows. The operator being Sinotai. The biome, as already said above, it's Styx. It's, the oasis part of the Styx map. The background of the mission is a VIP is requesting to have a taste of what Styx has to offer. Part of what Styx has to offer. The mission itself is for you to set up a fishing hut and use the provided equipment. Nice. To catch and prepare fish for delivery. Terms. Deployment locations will be provided as suitable launch locations arise.
That sounds good. I love fishing. No, seriously,
Provided equipment,
I love fishing. Provided equipment. No.
Yeah, so it means hopefully we don't have to make our own rods, but they will be provided by Sinotai.
Good. I do just have one quick question. Fishers and anglers, is there a difference?
Isn't fishers like generic both with rods and nets and anglers specific with rods?
Okay. I can't say as I thought there was a difference, but maybe it's just me, my brain playing funny buggers again.
Yeah, an angler, a fisherman who uses the fishing technique of angling.
Okay.
An angler, a person whose hobby is trying to catch fish with a rod and line. There you go.
Okay,
As
so
I said,
yeah.
angler specific with a rod. Thanks Google, indeed, Jake.
Yeah.
Fisher might use a net or his or her hands to catch a fish, but an angler only uses a fish hook. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm an angler then. I always thought I was a fisherwoman, but there you go.
Well, fishermen going out on sea with a boat and a net, so.
Yeah. Alrighty. I've often been called a fishwife because I'm loud, but there you go.
Yeah, slightly different meaning.
Oh, good to know. Alrighty, Hypatia update.
Hypatia.
Hypatia.
Yeah.
Yeah, our next large content update after Galileo is Hypatia, which we are working on at the same time as our regular weekly updates and our upcoming New Frontiers expansion. Can't wait. Hypatia's first major feature is open world missions, the ability to launch and complete missions from within an existing open world without having to leave the planet and start a prospect separately. However, you can still do this if you want to. This is the most popular request on the Icarus feature upvote page and integrates our two most popular game modes in one coherent experience. Yes, it does.
Yeah, like some sort of a new mission board which you interact with and then say, okay, I want to do this here mission. For people who, between quotes, only want to play open world. So they don't go to the mission tree, but they're still going to do the missions.
Yeah.
Sure.
See, I like the mission tree because it really gives you a sense of achievement and progress.
Yeah, you can see what you have done, you see what you still have to do, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I will stick with using the list. Thanks. Well, actually, I won't because I don't host it, but there you go.
Exactly. You will stick with joining my mission. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can give us an update on that later. This is a huge undertaking as we have well over 80 missions, many of which have been here since the launch of Icarus, which requires a lot of work to transition. We are making good progress, however, and are taking this opportunity to tweak and improve many of the missions.
Now, this makes me wonder. Here I was thinking it's simply instead of launching drop pod from the space station into the mission, you just take your drop pod from your open world into the mission. So only the start of the mission would be different, as in basically no difference at all. The only difference being the point of origin. However, if they're talking which requires a lot of work to transition, then I wonder what is going to be different. Are there going to be differences in the mission based on how you started?
Well,
Like, will the mission be different if you started from the space station, different from if you started from an open world?
that's that's a good question. My brain says I have ideas about that, but I also can't describe them, so I'll just move swiftly on.
Oh, sure.
You'll just have to forgive. My brain is working, but the connection between the brain and the mouth just doesn't necessarily want to work tonight.
I've heard it before from you, so yeah.
I can, however, have a bloody good laugh at it now without coughing too much. So,
Exactly.
So,
Progress.
Jake says the main thing we are doing is cleaning up the quote leftover stuff from the previous mission. It's mainly the origin point, as you mentioned, and updating tech.
Yeah. Generally, it shouldn't, but for me as a layman's person, I'd say shouldn't be that much work. But then again, I don't know. You folks know. You folks have the insight in what has to be done. So okay.
Yeah. Well, one thing I can say is that what was it? You have over 80 missions, many of which have been here since the launch of Icarus. Yes.
Those will be Olympus missions, not Styx missions, obviously. But
yeah, well, some of us gamers were here before the launch of Icarus, so yay!
yeah, we've been playing for a couple of weeks before those missions even came into existence.
Yeah, loved every single minute of it.
Oh, except for some of the stockpile missions. But yeah.
Well, I have to say, even though there were issues with some of those, see when I look back at it, what a dose of fun that was.
Kill 40 bears before you get your first fatty T-bone steak.
Yeah, but it meant that I figured out how to put a timer, a counter, on the stream so that we could update it live. So yeah, it's all good.
Exactly.
Alrighty, alongside this work, we are actively looking into the performance of level streaming and object loading that is responsible for the vast majority of hitches players encounter when traveling the map. We are testing out some solutions internally at the moment, and while a fix may be a while off due to the sheer size of the task at hand, we are optimistic with some of these changes and feel we are on the right track.
Good, because even though I'm used to it, it is still a tad annoying every so often, especially when you are fighting a bear on a leggy corner.
Yeah, but I can also see the upside. I mean, how skilled must you be in order to be able to do just that.
True, true.
Even at 6 frames a second.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Hey,
challenge, and there's the fun.
exactly.
Alrighty. Take us through the crop plot revamp, if you would, please.
An upcoming project we have been working on is a crop plot revamp. The biggest changes we are proposing are potentially removing the crop plot inventory entirely and allowing in-world planting and harvesting with a sickle without needing to open up any UI to access your fruits and vegetables. So you no longer will be able to store your food in a crop plot. So the cheese, which is quite commonly used, store your veggies in a crop plot and it doesn't go off, will no longer work.
Oh man!
Hey, it has always been a cheese, always been considered a cheese, and nice whilst it lasted, but hey.
Oh man, I feel so sorry for any new player now. That was the only form of storage that you had for your food as a low level character. You
For
can
your
make a
veggie foods, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, it's always been considered a cheese, so
Mm.
it was never intended functionality. So from that point of view, well, it's okay. The second one, in-world planting. So I reckon you will need to put the veggies in your hotbar, select it, and then hover over a crop plot and say plant, or press E to plant or something.
Mm.
And also harvesting with a sickle. So yeah, no longer open a crop plot, take out the stuff, plant a new one, close the crop plot. So it should be faster, or could be faster. Let's put it that way.
Mm.
Obviously, you still will be able to open a crop plot, otherwise you can't see the attachment status, like greenhouse effect, water status, fertilize, all that stuff.
Mm. Yeah. Okay.
If you have any suggestions or thoughts on this system though, leave them in the comments below and we'll go through and have a read while we tinker with the system. So now don't go all to the comments and say, I want to keep the inventory system in the crop plot. No, it's not intended functionality, it's a cheese.
Yeah, but mm, I get it. I do. I understand it. I do see the point of it. I do realize it was a cheese.
You know, as long
It
as they
was
keep
just a
the...
it was just a really, really dang good one.
I know, but...
That a low
Well,
level character could actually store some veg.
as long as they keep the don't wither talent functionality, I'm fine.
Yeah. Mm.
As soon as they start talking about removing that one, then I will start objecting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I am noticing that this picture must have been taken early game because these crop plots are not snapped. They're very well placed, but they're not snapped.
Let's have a look.
How
I
do
haven't
I
looked at it.
how do I
That's
do that thingy with the picture again?
yeah. They're not snapped indeed. Right mouse button, and then open a new tab.
Okay.
And then you can zoom in.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not snapped together.
You can see on the second row from the right.
Yeah.
The second from the bottom is slightly more to the left than the others.
Yeah.
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 So indeed, this is an old image.
Yeah, man, that used to drive your OCD nuts.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anyway, that
And
was
on
the
to the
Cropod and Riva.
changelog. Yeah. I love the fact that they snap now. It's just like instant. So
Yeah.
good.
So changelog, basically the new mission.
Yeah. The new content.
Yeah, like every single bullet point here is related to this new mission.
Yeah.
Jax, this is all up in the air at the moment. I'm literally tinkering right now watching your stream, mainly focused on the ease of use and harvesting. Yeah, like I said, as long as you leave the no withering functionality alone with the talent, I'm fine.
Mm. Meh. I don't know what to say. I'm not entirely sure I like it, but you know, I'm not gonna like every single thing that you do.
Indeed, Jax is not touching that. Indeed. Phew.
Yeah, yeah. Considering that my OG character specializes in that, yeah, you
I
know.
mean, I had Echo build all the crop plots in my open worlds, so I don't have to worry about the plants withering if I don't harvest them in time. So yeah,
Yeah, but
thank you for not touching that.
now you're gonna have to make a new freezer so that you can put all the veg and stuff in that, so
Not
that
really.
you don't lose all the stuff that is currently stored in all your crop plots.
I reckon current crop plots will, the ones you have already crafted, will stay as they are, but newly crafted crop plots will have this new functionality.
Oh no, I don't see that happening. You can't have
Actually, you
one way
can.
and
We have seen this before when they changed functionality of deployables, where the old ones still had the old functionality, and the new ones had the new functionality.
I can see that being a bit of a nightmare.
Well, not really. So you can basically put them down side by side, and you can properly compare them both.
Okay, if that's the case, get an absolute butt ton of resources ready because I'm going to make you a butt ton of. I'm going to make you absolute bunch of crop plots so that you can
Why?
store tons of shit.
I don't need it in my open world. I'm fine with that. I mean, you know me, I'm doing a meat diet with pickled fish and wine. So
Yeah, I think I need to start eating that too.
anyway, let's go to the fixture, shall we?
Jake says it's a more integral system. We can't really have two competing systems. The others were smaller mesh swaps.
Is that correct, Jake? I thought for example, the cement mixer, when you introduced the water connection to the cement mixer, the ones you had already crafted did not have this water connection.
I don't remember that.
Been a long time. I seem to remember that.
Well, actually, I can absolutely test that because
Yeah, you have open worlds where you haven't logged in for like a year or longer.
Yeah. But the thing is that
the mesh. Yeah.
My open world is the one. Was it
The upside down pyramid?
Yeah, the upside down glass pyramid, right?
And the bar cube.
And I have not one single updated bench in it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been in it for so freaking long, right? So, and I have a concrete mixer, so it would be interesting to double check that theory.
Yeah. The mesh swaps, then I'm thinking of the concrete furnace and the glass working bench. Indeed, those are just mesh swaps. But I seem to remember at least one deployable where the new functionality was only in the newly crafted ones. I don't recall which deployable anymore though. But anyway.
Okay. Well, you and I are going to have some backstage comparisons then for that. So, can you make a note of that, please?
I'll try to not forget.
Thank you. Okie dokie. We're moving on to what's fixed.
So the modified credit sections basically added the additional things.
Yep.
Dropships now atomize overlapping foliage during descent. Well, so it's no longer gonna knock over the trees, it's gonna completely obliterate them. It was handy because it saved you like 11 hits with a stone axe to fell
Yeah,
a
it
tree.
was. It was. So we're going to lose the resources in the area of the dropship.
Now, right now, if you drop down and the dropship knocks over a tree, it lies on the ground, so you can immediately start cutting it down.
Yeah, free wood.
Yeah. Now, if you have a new tree, so to say, which you want to cut down, you have to hit it 11 times with a stone axe. Yes, I know, I'm counting them. Before the tree falls down. So, the way it is now, or was, saved you like 11 hits with a stone axe. Oh, well. And then you land in like yesterday. I literally landed in the middle of a wheat field.
That could be handy.
So would we now see scorched earth underneath the dropships? Will this also be the same for the dropships from the simple missions in open world? The orbital pod?
Well, the other thing is that it actually just kind of cleans up the descent area. So you're not going to be spawning in trees, and the trees are not going to be on the floor. But maybe
that's why they knock down the trees, so you wouldn't get immediately stuck in a tree or have a tree blocking the door of the drop pod.
maybe it turns them into charcoal.
Yeah, would be nice. Anyway.
Okay.
We'll see what happens if we drop into the new mission. Although we're probably gonna drop into the desert, so we'll have to check in an open world or so.
Shit out of luck. Alrighty, some more timing and logic tweaks on smoke grenade.
Also improved the visual effects.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
I
don't
never
use a
actually
smoke
used
grenade.
smoke grenades.
Yeah. Smoke grenades will now obstruct creature vision. Ooh, that could be handy.
Why? When do we ever back off from an animal? Not that often.
I seem to remember avoiding bears at some point.
Yeah, but it was more like I can't be arsed taking them out. Like I just want to go to the mission objective and I don't want to lose too much time killing all the bears. So let's just run around them. It's not like, oh, there's a bear. Try to sneak past it, otherwise we're gonna die. That has been a long time ago.
Yeah, I can't say as I've used too many smoke grenades, to be honest. I threw a couple when they first came out, and that was about it.
Yeah, just for testing purposes.
Yeah. They've increased the smoke grenade throwing range.
So you can throw them away further. And they also decreased the throw charge time from 1.5 to 1.25 seconds. So charge before throwing, before releasing the button.
Okay.
Here's the thing, I have not tested with the smoke grenades though. Throw them in a lake, like if you're underwater and you throw a grenade. If you throw a frag grenade, you throw it like you're throwing it in the air and it bounces off the bottom and everything like it's just in the air. How is it going to be with a smoke grenade, and also will the dissipation of the smoke clouds be different underwater?
Ooh. Good question. Excuse me.
Smoke grenade underwater. Okay, I'll put it on
You try
the
not to
notepad.
forget it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the notepad and something we have to test.
Alrighty. Update metal oxide dissolver to use new version 2 mesh.
Okay, so the metal one, like I have in my open world, will now look different as a new
Cool.
mesh.
Okay. Pick up custom logic to rotate dials for each oxygen slot and fuel slot, large dial.
Hmm?
Okay.
Each oxygen slot? Are we talking about in the player suit, or are we talking about the metal
think-
oxide dissolver?
See, my brain takes you to being able to see the segments that are full of oxygen or fuel when you look at the round circle to see how much is in it.
Like the metal oxide dissolver only works with biofuel. The
Yeah, but it's
tier 2
oxygen,
one only works
oxygen,
with silver.
oxygen slot and fuel slot.
Yeah.
You
So,
know
I don't know.
how? I don't know. That's where my brain went. So it'll be interesting.
I'll have to look in open world. Not today, but I don't know, this weekend or next week. In open world, I'll have a look at the oxide dissolver, metal oxide dissolver, see if I can see anything different there.
Okay.
Usually, I just control click from my inventory, and it automatically puts the oxide and or fuel in the bench. But
Yeah. Okay. Fixed incorrect Komodo mesh. Okay. Was it not a Komodo?
I don't know.
This Komodo thinks it's a moa.
So you think you're fighting a moa, and then all of a sudden it bites you, and then you get poisoned, like poisonous moa.
Yeah. Hmm.
Komodo with an
Jake says, ha 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 ha. So.
one of the new creatures was accidentally on experimental. Okay.
Ah.
One of the new variants of Komodo, or at least the mesh of it, I reckon, because they're talking about the incorrect Komodo mesh.
Yeah. Okay.
Flaming Komodo.
Yay! That sounds like a wrestler.
He is hot.
Yeah, he has a tail swipe unknown to man.
Exactly.
Alrighty, sorry, we
Anyway.
digress a little. Reordered hyenas above alpha hyena to grant credit for hyena trophy to hyena bestiary entry.
Alpha hyena? Did we have one?
Not that I know of.
Huh.
Jake says
Yeah.
it was a new creature that used the same quote rig or skeleton as the Komodo, looks and acts differently. None of its behaviors was in.
Oh, good. So they didn't accidentally put the lava hunter in the test branch with a Komodo skin. Good. So it's still gonna be a surprise. What's it gonna be?
You've
What we're
got a
gonna do?
Komodo that spits fireballs at you.
Yeah. You wish. No, actually, I'm glad it wasn't in. I want the first time I encounter that creature, I want it to be a complete surprise. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's gonna be some nice, interesting moments there. Like first time you encounter a new alpha predator,
Yeah.
you're like,
To,
shit. How do we have to handle this animal?
yeah. To me, that sentence just reads, how many times can we say hyena in one go?
Yeah. I was about to send picture Discord, won't anymore. No, Jake. Like I said, I want it to be a surprise. Like, okay, what the heck is this? Now, how do we have to handle this animal? I mean, Echo might think differently. She might want to see the picture of the lava hunter. I myself, I'm like, no, thank you. Let it be a surprise.
okay, like I get your mode of thinking, I really, really do. But if the art on that piece is anything like the art that I've seen so far, Jake, don't worry, just send me the pictures. I'll have a look. Anything that I can tease him with. Ha!
Hey, Jake, if you want to mess with Echo, send her a picture of the new arachnid and say it's the lava hunter.
Oh, but no, now you see, no, see, I know that would be bullshit. You do realize we do this update together, right?
Yeah, you think, hey, there's a lava hunter, like, and all of a sudden you see this big ass arachnid, full screen.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna hear
don't
you scream.
send me a picture of the arachnid, please. If you want to hear me from all the way over there, please do. I can appreciate decent art, is all I can say. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it might not be a picture of my favorite animal, but if they look anything like the scorpions, they're gonna be so cool. I feel like I'm losing my voice here. Sorry.
Oh, pick it up, please, before you lose it completely.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. And the last one, if you please.
Yeah, fix the inverted left concrete roof, missing from the radial selection menu. Inverted left. Okay. Yeah, I usually build straight with concrete.
Yeah.
I hadn't even noticed this one missing.
Okay.
Plus, like in my open world, everything is basically built already, and in mission we don't build a whole lot of concrete.
No.
So
No, it's just too dang expensive. You know. Plus, I don't do any building anyway. I don't know whether or not you caught sight of my building accolades last night on stream. I haven't got any.
yeah,
And not a one.
and that's not only because your accolades got reset, but no, indeed, like your open world, the buildings there.
Yeah, you built them.
Yeah, it wasn't you who built it.
Man, oh, so good.
Anyway,
Alrighty. On to the best part. Well, it's not the best part, but it's a really good bit. The future content. Where are you taking us to
let's
start with
see.
today?
So, bestiary tags has been added for the Arid Striker and the Redback. I assume the Redback is gonna be a variant on the Blueback, which is actually a blue bug.
Yeah, I can.
Although, googling Redback, it comes up with a Redback Spider. Ah, nice.
Ah.
Where the blue bug is a quadruped, the red bug is a spider. Ah, nice. Is it gonna be the spider? Me like it.
Wait a minute. Is the red-backed spider not the black widow?
I don't know. Yeah, the Australian black widow.
Yeah. That's the ooh. Or is it just red?
I know it's black with a bit of red thing
Yeah,
on the back.
it's got a red hourglass on the back. The black widow. Okay. Setting up
Anyway,
quest variables for Daisy to replicate.
this is the Prometheus mission 1.
1.
There's a bit more info about this mission here later on in the future content. So getting a pretty nice idea of what that mission is gonna entail. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's
Can't wait.
see.
Okay.
Oh no, Prometheus mission 1 is the stockpile mission.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, the Daisies one is another one, I think.
Okay. There's 2 things here. They're adding a new icon for the UDA communicator upgrade.
No, it's escorting in story 1. Now last week, Jake, in the future content, it looked like there was going to be some growing of tomatoes being part of Prometheus story 1. So that's why we kind of assumed it was going to be a stockpile mission. And here again,
Right underneath
the timer
that.
for the Prometheus story 1 after the tomato is planted. So yeah, maybe it's different steps like build up a food supply and then go out and do something else. Maybe. It would be. It would mean a longer mission, which is nice.
Okay, so how's about this, right? I've just put 2 and 2 together and come up with 5, right?
Yeah, you do that
We've
quite regularly, I know.
right. We've got Daisy, right?
Which is, by the way, an animal, not a plant. Just saying.
Yeah. Right. Well, we've been, I go with a cow because Daisy is what we tend to call milking cows over here. So if you have a milking cow in the first story, then you have milk from which you can make cheese
Pizza.
and butter. And now you've got the tomato plant, which means you can make tomato sauce, and bang, yeah, we've got flatbread, you've got pizza.
Yeah, flatbread, cheese, tomato, bacon. I mean, all that's missing is a pineapple. It is an animal, Jake, not a plant. Because last week in the future content, it said switching Daisy's corpse so it's no longer a buffalo. You have no plant corpses, so sorry, you might be trying to confuse us here, but we did read last week's patch notes.
And that's where Daisy the milking cow comes from.
Animals can't have corpses. Animals do have corpses. Plants can't have corpses. Also, 4 bullet points below that one. Removing the Daisy saddle slot, so most likely not going to be a mount. Everything we've read so far in the patch notes regarding daisies points towards animal.
Replicate. We have buffaloes with young already.
Who says you can't have plants? Well, I don't think you'll get very far. Although I have to admit this is an alien plant, so maybe it can actually move a bit around. Okay, so let's have a look at the week 82 patch notes. Future content. Adding creature spawning and attacking of Daisy in Prometheus Story 1. It doesn't say adding plant spawning, it says adding creature spawning.
Well,
So,
maybe
again,
wait. Hang on. You can go down that road, but maybe we should just like put the stoppers on and say, what if Jake's giving us a clue?
well, then
Who
you need
says
to
you
have
can't write plans? Well, we do, unless you're telling us otherwise.
no, then you have to use stone pillars.
Huh?
Otherwise, Daisy being a plant, infecting your wooden stopper, becoming part of the Daisy and still attacking you. So yeah, use stone beams then. I think Daisy is a feeling inside all of us. No, Jake, you could as well tell us you lost this discussion.
Oh, love it. Okie dokie, where are we going now? Okay,
This is
updating
interesting.
for
Add the bounce map texture mask for Prometheus visual map to only show the north portion of the map. So does this mean there will be a DLC or an expansion for this DLC giving us the southern portion of the map? This DLC in itself only giving us half the map? That's going to be interesting.
Is the southern part of the map something that we have to open from a quest?
Also possible. Or is
Because,
this a bounce map for one specific mission?
well,
It doesn't state. So
yeah, but we also know that in order to unlock the rest of the maps, you know, we started in one area and we could only go within that area for that mission, you know, for the
yeah.
mission specific ones. So I don't know, maybe
You
it's
know,
that.
like on Olympus, even though you have explored the entire map, if you have a mission which only gives you access to part of the map, the rest will be covered with fog of war.
Yeah, I mean, how often were we zooming right in to see where the edge of the map was because it had the frameworks linked
You did
to
do
it.
it a lot.
I did it a lot.
Yeah.
Just it's like, oh no, we can't go down that way. We'll have to go this way.
Like, oops, I'm out of bounds. What do I have to do? Echo, walk backwards maybe? Run back? Oh yeah, good plan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. So, oh, we can go this way. Oh shit, no, wrong way. And we've actually hit the height ceiling a few times, haven't we?
Yeah.
Once or
So
twice.
you run up the mountain, all of a sudden you get out of bounds. And oops,
Yeah,
you have to run back down again.
yeah, I believe that's in one of the Triple F videos, but there you go.
Yeah, it is actually.
Mm-hmm.
When we were running with the four of us, and we managed to find a way to
Click
glitch
behind,
through
yeah, the mountain.
a mountain and then run inside the mountain up the inner mountain layer, and then hit the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah. It was 4 of us then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Fixed skinning for heavy obsidian chest armor, male and female.
yeah, so
Nice.
visual motions, I think.
Yeah.
The one above, though, updating the Prometheus Story 4 weather forecast also prevents net response of Arctic areas during the phase where you are tracking down a Group 15 agent. So it's going to
Ooh.
be a hunt or a rescue mission. At least part of Prometheus Story 4 is going to be a hunt and or a rescue. Cool.
Hmm.
And during that phase, it's
Could be
part of. Of
could be a
course, during the phase where you're tracking it down, there will be no spawns in Arctic areas, or no natural spawns, but only like special spawns. I hope the last part, making it a tad more interesting, more challenging.
could be a scan mission.
Tracking down a group 15 agent. Well, it
Yeah.
could be like a crash pod with a file with some.
Use a radar to find a radio broadcast. I don't
Yeah,
know. Like we did with the radar to try and find the exotic veins.
for example, you have had multiple of those, yeah. The creatures x-axis
X.
X and the other axis wreck you if you don't in that mission. Okay, so there will be non-natural spawns. Thank you for confirming that.
Okay.
So they're
Ooh.
going to be tough animals already, so you can't handle those and the natural spawns. Sounds like a challenge. Good, good.
Oh.
So I just hope we will have gained a couple of levels and a couple of skills by then. Echo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
Because
tough.
yeah. I can see us maybe doing some stuff in open world to try and get some resources and shit before we
Of
go
course
anywhere
not.
near that.
Of course not. We just have to restart this mission like 100 times before we have the necessary skills and talents and stuff to actually be able to finish this here mission. But then again, you should be able to do it without any workshop stuff, right? So
Let's
it
hope
all
so.
comes down to skill and talent.
Yeah, that's true.
So after having to restart a mission a couple of times, you should be able to figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, this
It'll
is
make
very
for good
true.
content if we have to restart this mission a couple of times.
Yeah, well, it has been quite a long time since I've felt that kind of challenge. I'm really looking forward to it because, you know,
Exactly.
we've said all along, right? We started a new character for the beta weekends every single weekend, pretty much. We
Styx,
have
we created a new character like level 0. We're gonna do the same for Prometheus.
yeah, we did it for Styx. We're gonna do it for Prometheus, and I can't freaking wait. It's
Exactly.
gonna be so good.
Exactly.
Okie dokie.
Anyway, let's see. So more info about the slugs.
Yeah, which are also animals, I believe.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
They leave a slime trail behind, which lasts for 40 seconds. This will be in further down in the future content.
Yeah. Uh,
Let's see, some
import.
desert striker.
Yeah, I was just going to say, importing Desert Striker assets and setup character and carcass plus bones assets and relevant DTs is the
So Elite Striker, Desert Striker, but I believe both were mentioned last week already as well.
yeah. Was that not also the Arctic Striker?
Possibly, I don't know anymore.
Can't remember.
Anyway.
Okay.
We're gonna have a cave with a river, a streaming river in the cave.
Oh, cool.
Adding cave-specific river audio to play when in the cave river. Oh yeah, that's nice. We don't have a cave with a river yet. So that's gonna be
No,
new.
we have had caves with water, and we have had
Yep,
caves with ponds,
plenty. But not with a river.
not with a river. Oh, that's so Lara Croft, that, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where are we going now? So there's more
Uh,
slug stuff.
Swamp slug, normal slug, lava slug. Cool. Adding Komodo variant mesh.
Scrolling up, what's your eyes?
Added new gas flyer feature. New. It was mentioned in earlier patch notes.
That
But
was
okay.
mentioned last week.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Okay.
Updating the Prometheus Story 4, the fourth mission, where you apparently have to search for prospectors, down prospectors,
The
because
body.
the body 3 search area was updated as the body was outside the area. So I
Yeah.
reckon will be kind of the same as the find the prospector IDs simple mission we
Yeah.
currently have.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
This Prometheus Story 4, huh?
Oh, I like this. Adding new entry to bestiary data for lore entry text. Text entry, sorry. We love lore.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
I like scaled acid fog damage to reasonable levels.
Yeah, like if it doesn't do no damage, then it's like meh.
You walk outside and disintegrate. Now,
Well, actually no. There will be mention further down in the future content about it doing damage to your armor, not to the player. So you step outside, your armor instantly disintegrates.
yeah, see, that just reminds me of, something my mother always said, like when I had to go and do my chores outside and it was raining. And she's like, oh, you have to go and water the horses. I'm like, but it's raining. Since when did you disintegrate in rain?
Exactly.
Since we had acid fog. Acid fog leading to acid rain?
If it's dense enough, yeah.
Hmm.
See. Monitoring. Added lore text for the remaining creatures in the bestiary. More lore. Yay.
Yep.
This is.
Oh, this is an NPCs using the spit attack. Can now specify a delay in seconds when spawning multiple projectiles to spread out construction cost over time. Default delay is a single frame.
So, if your game is very laggy and you run on 3 FPS, it's only gonna spit out 3 projectiles per second. I mean, still, yeah, very laggy games are still going to be hard to avoid all the projectiles, but yeah.
Yeah, learn to be flexible and fast.
Okay, let's see. There's again mention of the road, for which we still have no freaking idea what it is.
Sorry, where's that?
The one below.
Oh yes, there we go. It had a capital R last week.
Did it? Let me quickly
Yes.
check. Yeah. Swamp Road, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, multiple variants. Like Komodos, Roads, and Bluebacks.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, still, I have no idea. It's gonna be, we'll have to wait. Swamp Birds.
Reduced acid rain damage. It's like I knew.
Added a noise and additional blending to the slug trail material. Couple of bullet points up.
Adding slug death audio and small adjustments to Ember's storm
Higher.
based on. Ooh, no, what?
4 higher. Added noise and additional blending to the slug trail material. Is the slug trail gonna make noise? Why? Acid? Slime?
Or maybe just the noise that the slug makes when it's making the trail?
I don't know. Added noise and additional blending to the slug trail material. So you have the acid, you have the multiple variants of the slug. Acid slug is the acid slime trail. If you walk over it, your leg armor will disappear. If you step on the trail, it makes noise. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, then it makes a noise like shit. It's slippery. Careful, Echo, don't break your leg when stepping on a trail like that.
Yeah. That's alright, I'll just make you go first.
Okay. I'll just jump over it.
You gotta know it's there to know, additional blending. You gotta know it's there to jump over it.
True. Let's see. Adding slug death audio and small adjustments to Ember's storm based on new length and speed. Is this like 2 different items? And the Ember Storm, I believe it's mentioned before in patch notes, where is like probably gonna be a volcanic biome weather event, Ember Storm. I just hope it's not gonna set everything on fire. Otherwise, it will be like permanent fire in the volcanic biome. Well, up until the point that everything has burnt down.
Okay. Prometheus A stockpile updated to remove the return to dropship objective.
Yeah, this has been removed from all the missions. No longer an objective return to dropship. Like, hey, you've completed your mission. Now you can go back to your dropship.
Yeah. This is future content.
Prometheus a stockpile. So yeah.
Okay.
Adding gas flyer horn audio, shoot ballistic audio, and the logic to play explosive sounds when the corpse blows up. Okay. Horn audio. So what? You're gonna hear the sound of horns when it comes at you? Cool. Basically like the jaws in Valheim. In the Mistlands.
Like the what?
The jaw. The flying thing in the Mistlands.
Yes, the flying tick with tentacles. Yes. Yeah. That's gonna sound pretty cool then.
Oh yeah.
Well,
say
hang
horn
on.
audio.
Wait a minute. If this has a horn audio, then maybe that's in the foglands, and it makes a noise so you can hear it because you can't see it.
Fog is a weather event, not a biome.
Say what?
Fog is a weather event.
Yeah.
Like a storm and such. It's not a biome.
So maybe this gas flyer lives in the fog?
Inside storms. Inside fogs. Yeah, but then if the fog event is over, where's the thing gonna go?
Well, it goes wherever the storm goes, and the storm just kind of passes over us. So
Yeah, and kind of disappears when it reaches the edge of the biome.
oh yeah, so you leave it in the biome.
So that means the weather event ends, which will then also end this animal? I don't think so.
Nah, it's a
Okay, let's
foreign
see.
planet.
True, so it disappears into the nth dimension.
Anything is possible.
True. Let's see. Updating building damage tag effect for storms to not completely destroy buildings, but instead leaving the building fully stripped, like other storm damage. So updated the damage tag for storms, leaving it like other storm damage. Okay. Not sure. This is like a circular reasoning here, but okay. Anyway, it does mean your building won't completely disappear, but like the skeleton will still be there at like 0% health, and you have to repair it first.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Let's see. You reduce asset of rain damage as well.
Yeah.
And here was hoping we would have had way more severe weather events in Prometheus. Well, maybe some developers thought the same, and others were like, yeah, sorry, now I can't play it no more. Please tone it down.
Yeah. Well, but then you've got scaled player item damage of the toxic gases storms.
Skills for what? Player level? Item level? The storm severity? Doesn't really state, huh?
Well, toxic
Scaled
gases
by
is
amount of players? I don't know.
could be. Don't know.
They did increase exposure for Prometheus lower tier storms.
Yes.
So, yeah, they should be hopefully a bit more severe than the ones in Olympus and Styx. Sure, it will be harder for new players. But then again, I reckon they will do the same as they did with Olympus and Styx. If you want to do a Styx mission, it says, hey, keep in mind, this one is harder than Olympus. If you're new, you should do Olympus first. So I reckon it will be in warning for Prometheus as well. Like, hey, this one is even harder than Styx.
Yeah.
Because, like, especially in Olympus and a lot of times in Styx as well, there's a weather event, yes, so what? We just keep going. It's just minor winds or so, or it's just a bit of rain.
Yeah.
Now, if they increase the exposure for Prometheus, we no longer can do that in Prometheus. I like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, think
Again,
about
makes
it.
it more of a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, right? When we started Olympus, we hid in rocks if we didn't have a house, right?
Yeah.
In Styx, that became a lifesaver. And
until the point that you have like good food and you have proper armor, and then you're like, yeah, I'll just weather the storm.
Yeah.
I'll take a bit of damage, but hey, I'll survive.
Yeah, but when you think about the fact that Prometheus is going to be a step again up, in the same way as Styx was to Olympus, that's going to be great. We're going to be running from storms again. We're going to be hiding out. We're going to be scaling walls.
I definitely hope so.
It's just, it's going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's see.
Flushed grass on blue and yellow quad DLC map.
Yeah, flush it down the drain. No grass on the blue and yellow quads no more.
Was it that dirty you had to flush it out?
I think so.
Wow. I didn't know you could flush grass.
Well, if you flush hard enough.
Might block up a toilet for a wee while, but hey ho. That's what plumbers are for.
Exactly. Otherwise, they have no job. So yeah.
Oh no. Oh, there you go. Proof more that Daisy is something that is alive. Daisy death
And
dialogue no longer players when escorts is complete in Pro Story 1.
so part of the first mission is gonna be some growing of tomatoes. Part of it is gonna be escorting something or someone. Cool. Nice and long stories. Nice and long missions. I like that.
No,
Lots
wait.
of steps.
Yeah,
Steps.
yeah. Daisy death dialogue no longer players.
I know. This New Zealand spelling. Come on.
Sorry, I thought you'd missed it.
You really think I would miss that?
I had to ask.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, here we go. Flushed grass to fix grass patches. Green quad and purple quad Prometheus. We are still talking about a game, right?
Yeah. So all we're missing now is the blue. Is the red quad
Is somebody trying to tell
and
us
the
they're
orange.
getting rid of a bad habit?
Yeah, I think so. So what does grass stand for, right?
Yeah.
Code name for what?
I
Anyway.
wonder.
Let's see. Fixed dialogue time for Prometheus Offender 5.
Prometheus Offender? 5? What
Yeah.
happened to 1, 2, 3, and 4?
I don't know. They be shot to death. They were offenders anyway, so.
Okay, well, maybe we should just ask what happened to 1, 2, and 3 because they added a 4-second start delay.
Well, 4 second start, so first second shoot offender 1, second second shoot 2, fourth second you shoot offender 5, and then the offender 5 is actually going to say something. Right. That's
Okay,
your 4 seconds, the first 4 offenders.
okay.
It might be some New Zealand spelling again for something else. The word offender. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh,
See. Add swamp minimap material. Here was thinking minimap was just an image, like static image, with a dynamic layer over top, with quest items and such. I don't know. Gonna be some watered down version of the minimap then, if you have swamp material.
yeah. Reduce damage of swamp slug and dampen the physics assets. Slug's trail now lasts 40 seconds.
He told ya. Yeah, I've read the patch notes. Adding outstanding slug animations. So someone is very proud of what he was doing. I've added some outstanding animations here.
Heat, sleep, and a few extra attacks. I like how they just sort of like chuck that in there. You know, we've done some outstanding slug animations. We've done eat, sleep, and a few other attacks. Looking forward to that.
Yep.
Added randomized spawn scale to gas flyers. Ooh, that could be interesting.
We'll just go and kill it. Preferably before it kills us.
Yeah. Added footstep particles to the lava hunter, which now creates small patches of fire when walking during its powered up state.
So again, will this set the forest on fire or are there any foliage? Assuming there is foliage around these lava pools, then again, it's lava pools, so will there be any foliage around it anyway? But those patches of fire, if you run over them, will probably set the player on fire, which is going to make
Yeah,
it harder to attack the lava hunter
yeah,
or dodge the attacks from the lava hunters. Yeah, me likey. During
yeah.
powered up stage. So basically, remember last week in the patch notes.
Keywords here, powered up
Yeah.
state.
Say, remember last week in the patch notes, it said like it can go back into the lava lake, and when it comes out, it has some like extra buffs and stuff.
And regens some health, yes.
Yeah, but also comes out with some extra buffs.
Yeah.
I
That's its
reckon that
powered up
will be the powered
state.
up state indeed.
Yeah, okay. Quite some interesting stuff. Play montage function.
Unreal Engine 4 play montage function.
Yeah. Anim notify, sorry.
Zijn overuitdums. Dialogue fix story 5. Prometheus story 5 apparently has at least 9 events. Cool. Like I said, I like the longer missions, the more mission steps.
Yeah.
Fix for Prometheus mission 1, simple dialogue. The simple are the missions in the open world. Apparently, we're also gonna get them in mission 1 for Prometheus. Or is this if you start this mission from a Prometheus open world?
Maybe.
Remember above it was they were talking about like from your open world you will be able to start the missions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this might be when you start mission 1, Prometheus mission 1 from a Prometheus or whatever. I don't know, maybe even from another DLC open world. Because it being the simple dialogue.
Yeah. Hey,
Scary
Scaly
Snake.
Snake.
Welcome.
How
Doing
you
fine,
doing,
thanks. How
buddy?
you
Good
doing?
to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, I was reading something there that I thought was kind of interesting. Yeah, here we
Adding
go.
decals showing area of effect for the orbital laser event.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna be able to call in some orbital laser. Hey Mr. Lava Hunter, look up. You see that glowing beam of light coming at you? Well, as soon as you see it, you're too late already. You're dead.
Carol says, doing good, well, but was long day. Yeah.
This is South African spelling. Don't worry.
Yes, I was just going to say, yeah. Setting up root skin state and corpse description.
Yeah, again, no idea what the road is gonna be.
Well, it did that word, the rote, actually makes me think of like a stoat or
Toad,
a weasel.
roach, rat, I don't know. Google doesn't come up with anything.
No, well, like there's a joke in Scotland. What is the difference between a stoat and a weasel?
In order to give any sensible answer, I first need to know what a stoat is.
STOAT. Google it. Weasel, Weasel.
I know what weasel is.
Yeah. Oh, a stoat.
Stoat with T, yes, stoat.
Right, well, the
Also
joke.
known as Eurasian ermine, Beringian ermine. Ermine is musclet native to Eurasia, etc.
Right, well, the thing is that the joke says, what's the difference between a stoat and a weasel? Well, it's easy. A weasel is weaselly recognized, and a stoat is totally different.
Okay, that one. Roadfront in the beta. If you're so in the beta weekends. No, not that I know.
No.
Back in the days before the game reached the release status on like the first what was it, 8 or so beta weekends? Nope. Roads weren't in there.
Nope. Never heard of a road.
Nope.
Until a couple of weeks ago. So
anyway, story mission 6, adding new pre-built structures. Okay, so you have some new pre-built structures in the Soul's hideout or Mo's cave or something. Okay.
Okay.
Updated Needler's bone skeletal mesh with new model and added new textures. There's more mentioning of the Needler itself.
Looking forward to that too.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna be running around with a shield.
Okay. Spoiler. Additional attack slam for the slug. So it stands up, it rears up like a sandworm does. You know, I mean, slugs do stand up, right?
I don't know.
And then it flops itself back down onto the floor.
And the worm does a lunge attack.
Mm.
Slime attack. The mammoth does a slime attack. But if a slug is going to be...
The elephant does a slam attack, so the slug must then rear up and slam its body down.
Now, if a slug will... in order for a slug to be able to do an effective slam attack, it must be a big-ass slug. You're going to need a lot of salt to put on its tail.
Wrap it up in copper. Oh! Oh, wow, I can't believe I just had the idea of mining copper, being able to flatten it and actually make a circle around the slug to stop it from crossing.
Actually, that is ants copper. Slugs don't really care about copper.
Well, some people would tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah, so. You know, I'm never wrong. And in the off chance that I'm not right, I'm still not wrong.
See,
they don't like copper.
Carl knows slugs don't like copper. Thank you.
Okay. Copper tapes board and gone. Okay. I know it for ants. Never knew it for slugs. Okay. Well, you learn something new every day.
You can buy copper tape here by the reel, because people use it to put around the top of their flower pots to stop the slugs from getting in.
There's something to keep in mind in case I ever decide to, I don't know, buy a plant or something.
Yeah, a lot of people who like to grow vegetables in their gardens use copper tape.
Why would I grow vegetables? I don't eat veggies, so why should I grow them?
Well,
Exactly, me and your fucking green
here's
things.
an idea. Here's an idea. How's about I make some crop plots and put the bloody copper tape around it so that the slugs don't eat your food?
You can put the scarecrow. Put up a scarecrow, and you should do the sign.
Dang it!
What?
I came up with a really good fucking idea there. Anyway, never mind. Also lowered predator bird attack sounds and spatializer slightly. Was a bit intense before.
So we like it. We like intense.
Oh yeah, we love
Like
intense.
yeah, gives us the nice feeling of immersion.
Yeah, I can just visualize the dude who sorted that out, or dude or Quine, who sorted Quine is a lassie, by the way.
Okay. I already had the idea, but thanks for
Right.
confirming.
That I can just see this individual sitting round the committee, you know, where everybody's saying, right, I did this and this is done and that is done, and this person goes up and goes, oh yeah, I also lowered the predator bird attack sounds and spatializer slightly. It was a bit intense before. And somebody going, oh right, fine, great, it's actually playable now.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's see more mention of the orbital laser. Removing extra projectile resistance from the blood claw in fishing mission. Hey, so blood claw is in or near the war apparently, because it's in a fishing mission. Fishing you usually do around the war.
Yeah.
Now the question, a question is the blood claw tied to this fishing mission, like only in this mission?
Maybe it's the kind
Or
of fish
is it the
you've got to
same?
catch.
Or is it the same as the one before? Where it said, yeah, in this part of the mission, we block the natural spawn of the Arctic animals, because otherwise you won't be able to complete the mission, because those other animals are going to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, because if it's the latter, then it means Bloodclaw is going to be like a generic animal.
Yeah.
Or is
Okay.
it a generic one, but purely for this mission, the extra projectile resistance will be removed?
Good question. Good question.
Bloodclaw, has this been mentioned before?
Yes.
I'm gonna quickly go.
I personally think it sounds a hell of a lot like a scorpion.
I don't know, feline, I'd say.
Okay.
It being a claw and stuff.
I'm talking about current scorpion blood claw.
Yeah, indeed. You're right. Wasn't that the harder one, the bigger one?
The red one.
Yeah, the red one. In
The
the
armored,
mission where you
the
had
armored
to.
scorpion was called blood claw.
Yeah. Where you had to collect the. Het is not condensed enzymes, some enzyme stuff from dead animals and chuck it in a device and then.
Yeah.
Fill
Jake
it entirely
says
up so you have to run. Yeah, indeed.
Jake says there
mission,
was a blood claw in previous mission.
Yeah, because I'm back to 10 weeks ago. There was no mention about Bloodclaw in one of the patch notes so far.
Okay.
But yeah, indeed, Bloodclaw was the armored scorpion.
Okay.
Which, if you pick it up, it turns into a normal scorpion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway.
I have a question about this one. This is a possible Australian spelling. It's either adding meow pre-built structure, Jasons, or adding Mo's pre-built structure, Jasons?
I think it's New Zealand spelling for most pre-built structure. Oh,
Okay.
more
Oh,
pre-built
more?
structure.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, I was also like, okay, so was it going to be like a Sphinx
Oh
or so?
no. And
Like the
actually,
meow?
actually, yeah, MEOW. Meow.
Yeah, like I was,
Like a
okay, are
cat.
we going to see the Sphinx over there?
Yeah. And actually,
Yeah, indeed.
ironically enough, Jake, last week, correct me if I'm wrong, Corney, I don't remember actually finding any New Zealand spelling in last week's patch notes, do you?
I think there were one or two, but not many indeed.
Mm,
Like less than normal.
yeah, that's a good one. More. Adding
Yeah.
more. More. Okay. More pre-built structure, Jason's. Right, that makes
Last week
much. That
the
makes
frozen ore.
that makes much mayo sense.
So last week, frozen ore can now be placed in fireplaces, campfires, fire pits, ovens, furnaces to defrost and be awared with a random ore. For example, it was New Zealand spelling,
Yes, that was it.
like rewarded or something.
Yes, that was it.
But yeah, last week there weren't a whole lot of New Zealand spellings.
Yeah, this is interesting. More work on Story Mission 6, now playable up to Group 15 Camp.
Remember, earlier in this future content, it said something about the
Group 15
agent from Group 15. Yeah.
So the Group 15 agent must then be in the Group 15 camp.
Oh, actually, that was Prometheus Story 4. We were talking about Group 15 agent.
Oh.
Cool. So Group 15 is like what? Some kind of rogue group?
No, Group
Or is it
Group
going to be a research group? Advanced, like they advanced ahead of the rest in order to do some research.
Yeah, build a structure for the next group of people that's coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Group 15 is a current faction.
Yeah, but is it like, are they sneaking in or are they just ahead of the rest? But yeah, Group 15 gonna be in multiple missions.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, adding new pre-built structures for Story 6.
Yeah, I reckon this will be this Group 15 camp.
Okay. Exotics checker tool expansion. Oh?
So you no longer run around from possible spawn location to possible spawn location, but you can actually scan for it. Couldn't you already scan for it with a normal radar?
Maybe it's a hand tool?
Possible.
Because we don't have one of those.
Like the deep vein checker thingy.
Yeah.
And the fish finder.
Okay.
Well, fish finder, or which is finder, something finder. But yeah, maybe we get a similar thing for exotics. I don't know. Would this also mean that the exotic spawns will be completely dynamic and no longer this like fixed amount of possible spawn locations? Like Styx has this 128 or whatever, a lot of possible spawn locations, but they are always in the same place. Prometheus has in the missions where there are exotic veins, you have a set limited number of possible spawn locations, but always in the same place. That's how we know where to run. If it's going to be like completely dynamic in Prometheus, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
Now combine this with the possibility we're going to get for sending a message topside like, hey, send down more stuff.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I run across an exotics vein here. You send for a dropship to drop your exotic miner and a power source.
Yeah. Yeah. Thus negating the requirement for extra storage slots. But no, there is no but, because you can send them back up anyway, can't you?
Yeah. I mean, you can always send stuff back up in the dropship inventory, which is like 15 slots. And you have your own inventory, which is like a gazillion slots. So
Yeah.
if that ain't enough, then you have brought down way too much stuff.
Yeah, everybody used to wait 10 minutes while you send everything in your inventory back up.
I mean, come on, man. If you count like 60-ish slots for your character, plus 15 in the dropship, 75 items. Who the heck is gonna bring 75 items down from the space station?
Oh, trust me, there are people who would.
Yeah.
I don't
If
even.
they run into the problem that you don't have enough space to send everything back up, yeah, I'm not gonna feel for them. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I have 75 items or anywhere near it is because they're duplicates.
Exactly. Exactly. So what? You're gonna bring 5 armor sets down?
No.
It means you aren't skilled enough to avoid taking damage. You should learn how to avoid damage.
Yeah, although there are gonna be those new players that say, "Ach, I'm a hardened gamer. I'm gonna go full ass onto this, brand new thing that's just come out, and I'm gonna go for the hardest difficulty I can get." Best of luck to you, mate.
That's what insurance is for. Although I have to
You
admit,
can't buy
with the new
insurance when
asset
you
park,
haven't got any money.
actually, insurance lowers your rewards. It doesn't cost anything. It just lowers your rewards.
Yeah, you still.
So
It's
it's
not
not
worth
gonna
it.
cost you money. It's gonna
Well, it does cost you
gonna
money
deliver
because
less.
you don't. It does cost you money because you don't
No,
get the
you
same
don't have.
rewards at the end of it.
So it doesn't cost money. It's just you get less. You don't
Yeah.
have to offer it upfront, so it doesn't cost anything. You just get less rewards. But yeah, the whole asset fork might catch people by surprise and destroy their armor way quicker than they calculated upfront. True.
Yeah. So.
Well, I
Gonna be
think this
good.
is the patch notes.
I do believe it is. Yes.
Let's
I'm
take a
gonna.
quick break and then do the new mission.
Yeah, I'm going to scroll back up. So what's your eyes, peeps? There we go. And you're right about now. We are going to do just that. We're going to take a break for 15 minutes, if you please. I need to grab something quick to eat.
Sure.
So I'm going to go and make myself a couple of sandwiches and stuff. We will be back at 20 past the hour, whatever hour you're at. We will be back at 20 past the hour for the subsequent gameplay and the brand new mission. Looking forward to it. So I'd like to say thank you very much to everybody who watched, anybody who lurked, and all who participated in the chat, being Jake and Carl. Did I miss anybody?
Jake and Carl in the chat.
Jake and Carl. And Jake gets first medal tonight.
Oh yeah.
So you missed out on that, Carl, but you know, you never know. There's always next time. It's good to have you in. I'm glad you could make it. Hopefully you can keep going. Excuse me. And we'll see you in the gameplay. Until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
And we will see you very shortly at 20 past the hour. So, until then, remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.